It's Sweetie C, yo, it's Sweetie C. I'm here with another video. What's up, y'all? How are you doing today? Happy holidays. I hope you're able to get out on this beautiful day. If you're in Texas, you know the sun is out. It feels really good outside. If you're from up north, I'm not really too sure about your weather, but you may be having a nice day as well. So let's get into this video. Hey y'all, I'm here to discuss this video that ToneTalks recently came out with regarding Dr. Boyce Watkins' visit to Ghana and the Congressional Black Caucus. I was a little disappointed. And I know by making this video, I'm kind of putting myself out there. I am a new YouTuber and I don't want the whole ADOS coming after me, but I do want to provide my opinion and explain where I am coming from. So first of all, let me just explain to you that I am a Texan. I am an African descendant of slave. My family is deep rooted in the South. So we have our history line and everything like that. So we're covered on that aspect. Although I just recently started watching ToneTalks. He came up in my recommendeds, and so I have not been following ADOS as long as they've been out. I have not been following them, but I have been recently following ADOS, and I like a lot of things that they are doing, and I like a lot of things that they are saying. There are certain things I don't like, but I'll discuss that later in the video. First, I'm just going to explain to you what I do like. What I do like about them is they are working diligently to help provide ADOS with reparations. That's a good thing. I don't really understand how the organization works yet. I just started watching their videos, becoming aware, and just but for me, I kind of just want to really know what this organization is about before I ask to be a member, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know how you be a member of ADOS when you're automatically an African descendant of slave. I mean, to deny Texas residents, to say that Texas residents from the South are ADOS is just, it wouldn't make sense to me. And I'm not saying that's what he's saying. All I can say is I can tell by the videos that they're saying, regardless, we're ADOS. So I'm making this video regarding my opinions in reference to ToneTalks' recent video regarding Dr. Boyce Watkins' visit to Ghana. It seemed like he was coming from a place of hate and a place of jealousy versus really providing us some informative information. And so I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to respond to him. I don't always agree with Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I don't always, this is really the first time I kind of didn't agree with what ToneTalks had to say. But one thing that y'all do, and Dr. Boyce Watkins, you do this too, when y'all come out with those videos to cancel each other, I end up canceling all y'all. Because I don't want to hear that. Like, Dr. Boyce Watkins has good information that I can use. Do I like all of it? No, I don't. But he has some good informative information. Same with you, ToneTalks. You cool. I like how you do your thing. I've been seeing you, on different platforms and speaking out. And I'm right there with you. I was with you too when you were talking about Byron and Comcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really broke it down, and I appreciate that. All right, y'all. But I ain't no activist. I ain't out here doing the work like ADOS is, so I'm not knocking them for what they do. I love the things that they do. But when it comes to the trip to Ghana, let's get started.
How you doing today? This is Antonio Moore coming to you from ToneTalks. I wanted to have a discussion about this whole movement of going back to Ghana and just explain how none of it makes any sense. You know, the whole idea of us going back to see the slave castles we were sold from, as if this is some journey home, when in reality, it's more of just seeing where people sold us from. And I want to talk about it today and get real and get clear and get honest. Let's talk. So recently I was shown some pictures today of none other than Boyce Watkins, all on Instagram, showing himself in some kind of African gown, talking about he meeting the king of Ghana, and really just showing that he don't understand American history. He don't understand the history of the transatlantic slave trade. Just less than a few weeks ago, he was talking about how he want to be part of ADOS. This shows why he's not anchored in lineage, and to the point where he understands. None of that makes any sense.
Okay, so you just heard what ToneTalks had to say. He just said that Dr. Boyce Watkins is not anchored in lineage. We're African descendants of slaves. It starts with African. Let me break it down to you like this. This African told me before, he's from Sierra Leone. He said, where is the only place on earth where people have the same color of skin as you? Look at your skin and see where is the only place on earth people have the same color of skin as you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Africa. Africa. Okay, let's keep going.
Essentially a movement demanding reparations and a black agenda focused on ADOS, but not just for ADOS, for black Americans. What do I mean? So you see Boyce Watkins on the video talking about he getting land in Ghana. You see Boyce Watkins in Ghana talking about he building trade relationships. What are you talking about, brother? You don't trade nothing. You ain't trade nothing with no Ghana. You see Boyce Watkins in Ghana trying to make slick statements about what we're doing here versus there, to kind of elevate and contrast without full context of what's going on.
I don't know if ToneTalks is aware of what's going on in Ghana. Ghana has invited African Americans to go back home to set up business, travel, just to get to know Ghana, and then decide if that's the place you would like to reside, if you would like to live. And if you like it, you can live there. If you don't, you don't have to. Now, for Dr. Boyce Watkins to go on a trip to Ghana, and he enjoyed his trip, and he is able to say that he is going to get land in Ghana, they will give you land in Ghana. There's plenty of videos that Ghanaians have put together to show how well African Americans are doing in Ghana. You know what I'm saying? And for you to call out Dr. Boyce Watkins because his experience in Ghana was good, it just comes from a hater standpoint. It comes from like a jealousy type standpoint. Yes, you can go to Ghana and see for yourself. But don't be putting up these statistics and you know that the agenda is to keep us separated from Africa. Okay? We can handle business in the United States and have a business in Africa. And white people go to Europe, white people go to France, white people go to Scotland, white people go to New Zealand, white people go to Russia. They go all these places around the continent. Ain't nobody say nothing. But when African Americans decide to go back to Africa, all of a sudden it's an issue? No! Have you ever been around Ghanaians? Yo. Let's keep going.
And this part of modern day Ghana also profited, selling captured slaves in exchange for guns, cloth, alcohol, and other Western manufactured goods. So, you don't know how likely it is that the tribe leader, that the businessman that you're meeting, comes from a lineage of slave trading.
Okay, so ToneTalks says that Dr. Boyce Watkins doesn't know how likely it is that the individual he's meeting with came from a lineage of slave trade. And when you use the word likely, that sounds like you don't know either. You're using the word likely, meaning you don't know for sure if this man does or does not come from a lineage of slavery. So you're already speaking against somebody in Ghana that you don't even know the history of. You're basing it off of an article from the United States of America regarding what's going on in Ghana. That's like Ghanaians who never been to Texas telling us about Texas just based off what Fox News says or what MSNBC says. You may have an idea, but you're not going to know everything because you have not been there. You have not visited. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to have these feelings, but it's another thing to literally go on a platform and belittle Dr. Boyce Watkins for enjoying himself in Ghana. You don't have to go to Ghana. You can go to Kenya, go to Sierra Leone, go to Nigeria. go to Senegal, Tanzania, Malawi, Cape Cod. You don't have to go to Ghana. But those of us who want to go to Ghana, those of us who want to learn some of our history, let's go. Now you're talking about the slave trade and we should be all just up in arms because Ghana sold us as slaves and whoop-de-whoop. First of all, we're in the United States of America. A lot of black folks in the United States of America are selling black people as slaves right now. We got people disappearing and we don't know where they're at, okay? We have celebrities who are using the black community to help the white community. I feel like African Americans, we're all in the same boat, period. We're in the same boat. You can't be an African descendant of slave and then get upset when an African descendant of slave decides to go back home to Africa. You know what I'm saying? You talking about building up your neighborhoods in Detroit. Why don't you open up go to Ghana, purchase some land, build a house, set up for Airbnb so when people go to travel so you can have income. Africa has given us the opportunity that nowhere else in the world is giving us. Not in Europe, not in France, not in Britain, not in Scotland. Not all African Americans are going to go to Africa and live there. Heck, not even all Africans will go back home and live there. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean it's a bad place to live. Let's keep going. Let me just say, I know your show is called ToneTalks, and that's not your actual name, but that's what I call you, okay? I just say ToneTalks. So, ToneTalks. I don't know the type of relationship you have with Africans in your state, but in Texas, especially in the DFW area, we have a really good relationship. Well, a lot of us have a really good relationship, and a lot of us have blended families with Africans. One suggestion I would make, I recall when you made a video about Joy Reid and how Joy Reid used the ADOS organization put on her platform regarding some statistics, and you're like, all she had to do was ask you to come on her show and you could kind of explain to them what's going on. I thought that was a very good idea. You have a huge platform and you are very knowledgeable. Your team is very knowledgeable and y'all are really doing a phenomenal job out here. So why don't you use your platform, get former JJ Rawlings' point of view, let him explain it to you, and then you present it in a way that makes sense. I hope you change your mind as far as like really just advising African Americans not to go to Africa. I don't think that's really a wise business decision. But it's Sweetie C, your Sweetie C. Now what? Talk to you later.